12 months ago, Bubba Wallace was the biggest name in NASCAR. This year, at the exact same racetrack, he finished 28th while his own teammates piled up trophies without him. Tyler Reddick has more wins than anyone in the Cup Series right now. Corey Heim has 2 wins in just 8 starts this season. Bubba Wallace has 0. And here's the part that really stings. The guy who just beat him at Indianapolis is about to become his full-time teammate next year. So let's break down exactly how this all happened. 1 year ago, Bubba Wallace kissed the bricks at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It was the biggest win of his career. This year, on that same track, he finished 28th, and a part-time driver walked in and stole the show. Something feels off inside 23XI Racing right now, and people are starting to notice. To understand why this matters so much, you have to understand what Bubba Wallace means to this team. 23XI Racing is owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, and Bubba has been there since day one. He drove the number 23 car in the team's very first race, the 2021 Daytona 500, and later that year he gave the organization its first ever win, becoming only the second black driver to win a Cup Series race. He helped build this team from nothing, so when Bubba struggles, people pay attention. And this past weekend at Indianapolis, he struggled in a big way. Things went wrong before the race even started. In Friday's practice, he clipped the outside wall just a lap and a half into his run. Not exactly how you want to kick off the biggest weekend of the year, especially as the defending winner. Bubba was honest about it afterward, saying he wished it were as simple as copying last year's performance, but it clearly wasn't. His crew checked the car that night and cleared it for the race, but the tone for the weekend had already been set. Then qualifying went sideways too, and he was forced to start all the way back in 29th. At a track like Indy, that's about the worst spot you can be in. The racing surface is narrow, passing is tough, and the cars up front tend to stay up front while the cars in the back stay stuck. That's basically what happened to Bubba on Sunday. He started 29th and spent most of the day buried in traffic. There was no big charge through the field, no fight for the lead, no moment where fans sat up and said, "Here comes Bubba Wallace." His day even included a rough pit stop where he clipped a few of his own crew members after getting bumped from behind on the approach, though thankfully nobody was seriously hurt. When the checkered flag came out, he crossed the line in 28th, having gained exactly 1 position over 160 laps. For a driver who won this exact race just a year earlier, that's about as quiet and painful as an afternoon gets. Now here's what makes that finish look even worse. 23XI Racing isn't just having an okay year, they're having the best season in franchise history by their own admission. Tyler Reddick opened the year by winning the first 3 races in a row, the Daytona 500, Atlanta, and the road course in Austin, something no driver had ever done before in NASCAR history. He's won 5 of the first 9 races and has led the point standings since February. Then there's Corey Heim, a 24-year-old running a limited 12-race schedule in the number 67 car, and he's already won twice. He beat his own teammate Reddick on the road course in Coronado back in June, and then on Sunday he won the Brickyard 400 at a track where he had never turned a single lap before that weekend. The history here is wild. Heim became the first driver since A.J. Foyt in 1965 to win his first 2 Cup races within his opening 15 starts. He's the youngest winner of the Brickyard 400 since Jeff Gordon back in 1994, and the first part-time driver to score multiple Cup wins in a season since Davey Allison and Tim Richmond back in 1987. And the way he won it was ruthless. On a restart with 35 laps to go, Heim lined up on the outside while race leader Denny Hamlin, his own team owner, chose the inside alongside Joe Gibbs Racing teammates Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe. Hamlin's group never got organized. Heim got a strong push from Joey Logano, barely cleared Hamlin, and then shut the door on him completely in turn 1. Hamlin lost all his momentum and fell back to 5th. Hamlin didn't hold back afterward, saying it was really on his own team for not coordinating the pushes properly. From there, Heim held off Christopher Bell over the final laps to win by less than 0.3 of a second. He said afterward that it was a total dogfight and that he was completely out of breath by the end, calling it a dream come true. Even Christopher Bell, who finished second for the 6th time this season, gave Heim full credit, saying the kid showed excellent mental toughness and put together 35 really solid laps. There was plenty of other drama in the race too. Heim's ongoing feud with pole winner Carson Hocevar continued when he blocked him while putting him a lap down, and Hocevar responded with a middle finger out the window on pit road. Meanwhile, Todd Gilliland finished 24th but walked away with $1 million bonus after his in-season challenge opponent Ryan Blaney got collected in a 9-car wreck triggered by John Hunter Nemechek and finished 26th. Which brings us to the real question here. If 23XI Racing is fielding some of the fastest cars in the sport, and 2 of their drivers are winning constantly, why is the third one, Bubba Wallace, stuck finishing 28th? Same team, same shop, same equipment. Reddick started 3rd and finished 10th. Heim won the whole race. 2 23XI cars had real speed that day, and Bubba spent the entire afternoon buried in the pack. And remember, this is happening at Indianapolis, the track that changed Bubba's life. Last year he became the first black driver to win a major race on that historic oval, holding off Kyle Larson through overtime. That win, he said, made him a better husband, a better father, and a calmer person overall. This year, a banner with his face on it hung at the Speedway entrance alongside other past winners, many of them Hall of Famers. Before the race, he even reflected on what that win unlocked for him, saying that winning during the regular season gave him a freedom he'd never had before, letting him relax through the following weeks knowing the playoffs were already locked in. But here's where Bubba showed real character. He didn't sulk or dodge the cameras. After the race, he walked over and congratulated Heim's crew in victory lane. Think about how hard that is, having the worst day of your season at the track that means the most to you, and still going to shake hands with the guys who just beat you. That's a class move, and nobody questions who Bubba Wallace is as a person. But this conversation was never about his character, it's about performance, and the numbers inside 23XI right now are brutal for him. Reddick leads the series in wins. Heim, a part-timer, has 2 wins. Bubba has 0, making him the only full-time 23XI driver without a single win this season. His teammates are collecting trophies while he's collecting rough weekends, and that's exactly why fans are asking if Bubba is getting left behind by his own team. To be fair, there are 2 sides to this. The defense says slow down, it was one bad weekend, he hit the wall in practice, qualified poorly, and Indy is a track that can wreck anyone's day regardless of speed. And the numbers back that up somewhat. Bubba currently sits 13th in points with a solid cushion over the playoff cutoff. Since the start of June he's posted 2 top 5 finishes and 2 6th place runs, and he's led laps in 5 of his last 7 races. If you take away a controversial penalty at Atlanta, where he was dropped from a 2nd place finish to 29th for dipping below the yellow line while passing Hocevar on the final lap, he'd be riding a stretch of 3 straight top 10s heading into Indy. Even Hamlin has praised him publicly in the past, calling the number 23 car one of the fastest they've got. And Bubba himself has stayed remarkably level-headed about his teammates' success, saying there's no jealousy on his part, just a growing sense of when is it going to be our turn. But the other side of the argument points to the pattern. Reddick has speed, Heim has speed, and in the biggest moments, Bubba just isn't delivering the same results. The penalty at Atlanta cost him a signature finish, the chaotic pit stop at Indy didn't help either, and when 2 of your teammates are winning constantly while you finish 28th at the track where you're the defending champion, people are going to ask questions. Is it the driver? Is it the support around him? Is it some combination of both? To be completely clear, nobody inside the organization has ever said on record that Bubba gets worse equipment or less attention. That's speculation, not fact. But it's easy to see why fans are talking, because the gap is sitting right there on the results sheet for everyone to see. And here's what makes the whole situation even more tense. Corey Heim, the part-timer who just embarrassed the field at Indy, is joining 23XI full-time next season. The team announced back in May that Heim will take over the number 35 car in 2027, replacing Riley Herbst. Hamlin didn't hide his excitement, saying generational talents like this only come around once in a while and that he firmly believes they've found one. To his credit, Bubba welcomed the news publicly, saying Heim is going to be competitive and fun to watch, and that the young driver has actually come to him for advice over the past couple of years. But think about what this really means going forward. The team is expanding to 3 genuinely fast full-time cars, and the guy who just dominated the field at Indy is about to be in the same building, fighting for the same wins, the same resources, and the same attention. More cars means more internal competition, and right now, based purely on speed, Bubba is third in line at his own shop. That's not a comfortable spot to be in with things about to get more crowded. There's one bit of good news though. According to reporting from Bob Pockrass, Bubba is expected to return in the number 23 car for 2027, running alongside both Reddick and Heim. His seat appears safe, but the pressure isn't disappearing anytime soon, because this isn't about one race anymore, it's about where Bubba stands in the pecking order of the very team he helped build. So what happens next? The Cup Series takes a short break before heading to Iowa Speedway in August, followed by a stretch of short tracks including Richmond and New Hampshire. Only 4 races remain before the 16-driver playoff field is locked in, and Bubba currently sits 13th in points with his postseason hopes still alive. One strong run, one win, and this entire conversation changes overnight. He's proven before that he can deliver at tracks nobody expects, but the pressure keeps climbing. His teammates keep winning, a new full-timer is about to join the room, and the man who kissed the bricks just 12 months ago now has to prove, week after week, that he isn't becoming the odd man out at his own team. Bubba helped build this house, and now he's fighting to keep his spot in it, and how he responds over these next 4 weeks could shape the rest of his future at 23XI Racing. So I want to hear what you think. Is Bubba Wallace being left behind by his own team, or is this just one rough weekend that everyone's overreacting to? Drop your take in the comments, because the next month of racing is going to tell us a lot. Thanks so much for watching this video all the way to the end. It really means a lot. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more honest NASCAR talk like this, please consider subscribing to NASCAR Report today. We are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and every single one of you who hits that button brings us closer to making that happen. It genuinely would mean the world to this channel, so if you've got a second, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.